Okay, the next thing I want to show you is the stacking stitches, menu 8. So I'm going to go back into the stitch menu and we're going to go to the techniques, which is menu 8. And I'm just going to kind of go down the list until these are the ribbon stitches, which we're going to come back to in a minute. Here are the stacking stitches. They're in menu 8.4. And I'm going to go ahead and select. So these stitches are designed in pairs. And stitches 1 and 2 go together, stitches 3 and 4 to go together, and so on. And they're designed this way so that you can use different color stitches. And so, for example, we're going to do number 3, which is leaves. And then on top of that, we're going to come back and sew in a different color of thread the flowers that go with the leaves. So I'm going to check my foot recommendation, which need to use foot number 8, and that's what I have on the machine, so I'm fine. I need to use some stabilizer, and I have some stabilizer under here. And I'm actually going to save that piece of fabric. We're just going to stitch right down the middle of this piece of chino here. So I'm going to press start stop. I have my needle down activated. These are also nice and wide stitches, so you just, again, I'm not guiding the fabric really, I'm just making sure it doesn't start to go crooked on me. So I just try to make sure the edge is parallel with the side of the foot. And when I get to the edge of the fabric, I'm going to stop and trim my thread. And I am going to take a minute and rethread the machine with a different color of thread. I'm going to use kind of a dark pink or bright pink. So again, up through the guide, up and around, down, making sure it gets into the tension area. Pull it up through the guides for the threader. And press the needle threader, and I'm ready to go. See how quickly we can change thread on this machine? It's pretty awesome. So now I need to go back into my stitch menu, and I'm going to select the coordinating stitch, which is stitch number 4. And the most important thing is to put your needle down right in the same spot where you started the last stitch. So I'm going to get as close to that as I can, and I'm actually, just excuse my head, actually going to try to get, there we go, get the needle in that same hole, and then I'm going to press start stop. I still have needle down activated, so I can press start stop, and now it's going to stitch the flowers. And again, my goal is just to keep the fabric going straight. And so in the gaps between the leaves, now it is stitching the flowers. And I'm going to press start stop and trim my thread. And there we go. Look at all the creative possibilities you have with being able to use different colors of thread to make coordinating stitches. So there are quite a few of these stitches available. These are all designed in pairs. There's a little mushroom with some grass. There's a fish with, I think those are lures, those are little bitty fish. So there are lots of fun things to play around with here. Some are beautiful, some are silly, and some are abstract, not representational. So there you go.